Hello, students. Hope you all are doing well. Today's topic is register and style. So, what is register and style? Let us see. Yes, definition of register. The term register refers to a various people use language based on who they are talking to and their situation. Means audience or reader or listener. And what's the situation? Two things are matter. First is listener and second is situation. So for particular situation we talk particular kind of words we use or we talk in that way, right? We often talk about register in terms of formality. What's the formality is that register means formal, not informal. For example, our word choices like choice of words, then a tone of voice and body language will likely differ in a formal situation. For example, if you are sitting for job interview, so your choice of words, tone of voice and body language will be very formal and very different compared to informal when you are talking to your friends, right? In informal situation means hanging out with friends, your body language, your words, choice of words, everything will be different. So that is, there are two situation. One is during interview, so that is thoroughly formal, where choice of words, tone of voice, body language will be different. And another situation when you are talking to your friend, so that is informal situation where everything will be, your tone and body language will be different. Although the term register is most commonly used to describe formality, it can also describe general language used by groups of people who have something in common. What? However, register means just formality, but at the same time, that's a general language used by a group of people who have uh, something common. Means uh, which group of people where something is common. For example, for North Indian, so that's some culture, language is common from South Indian. This way, that is register of North India, register language of South India. This way it differs. This can include the occupation, two lawyers using legal jargons in conversation, two lawyers using legal jargon in conversation, two doctors using particular language for conversation, two manager, to professor. This way every like domain, every according to situation and according to person, language changes, and then we use jargon. Suppose I teach English literature, so if I give example, definitely in my normal conversation to another professor from English department, so we definitely give examples, literature examples, right? And then our tone and everything will be accordingly. Similarly, if two managers are talking, their jargon or their specific language will be different, right? So that is particular. In simple way we can say that language for particular domain is called register. Now jargons is very important. Jargon, words and items a specific group of people uses, usually related to work that others might find difficult to understand. Suppose I am giving example, doctors. Suppose two doctors are talking and general common topic, two doctors are talking, and then two engineers are talking, two managers are talking, and topic is same, but then their examples, their tone will be different, their sentences will be different. So that's the words and terms which they are using to doctors or to managers or to even to singers. So their examples will be different, and that is for particular common people cannot understand. Suppose one doctor is giving example, say with the same topic is, for example, topic is mm, uh, fitness, right? So topic fitness, doctors definitely will give very deep examples of anatomy and internal organs, external organs. And then fitness, uh, if a person manager is talking about the same topic, fitness, so his examples will be different, because he may give example, not may, he will use jargons related to management. Then so that is very, the topic is same but examples and tone everything will be changed. So and but that is difficult to other people, to understand other people, that is jargon, right? Now the register we choose to use during communication, consciously or subconsciously, is determined by several different social factors, such as the context, where, and in purpose or occasion, why, and audience, who. Means register is use register we choose to use during communication. So which kind of register, sometime consciously, sometime unconsciously, but important thing is that to determine by several different social factors, such as the context, means where, why, and who, right? So then we have to understand, social context is where, purpose is why we are talking this way, and audience, who is the audience, right? So that accordingly, according to social context, according to purpose and audience, our way of talking or communication style, communication will be changed. Now that we have a basic idea of what register means, so let's look at some main types of register and where we can expect to use them, right? So register example first of all. So there are 5 main types of different linguistic register. So here kinds of register, we can see that these are the different types of register, types of register, register types of register, right? So what are they? 5 main types of registers. What are they? Frozen, formal, consultative, casual, or intimate. Now frozen, as name suggests, frozen is fixed somewhere. The frozen register, otherwise known as the static register, right? Frozen register is known as static register, is used for very old pieces of discourse, such as wedding vows, reading from the Bible, and Shakespearean plays. It is called the frozen register because the language has not changed for a time, and it will continue to remain the same even though the language is no longer used today, right? So that is frozen register. Means what is the frozen register? Static register or frozen register is used for very old pieces of discourse. Suppose if we discuss about wedding vows, right? And if we discuss about Bible, right? And then Shakespearean play. So our language, registered language, that is frozen because there is no change, because that's a particular kind of language examples we have to use. So that is, language has not changed for long time, and it will continue to remain the same even though the language is no longer used today. So that will be Like frozen register means whatever that particular time for long time same words and same language communication was used, that is called frozen register. Now formal register, frozen register we have seen. Now formal register is often associated with standard version, right? Formal register means standard version, right? That's the standard version of English, formal register. Because formality, when we talk formally, definitely we show our courtesies, manners. So that is somewhat standard, right? And is used in formal situation. So that's a formal register is used in formal situation. And the formal register is often associated with standardized version, that is in formal situation. So a formal register is mostly common used to address people in position of authority and individuals, right? So that is register is formal register is most commonly used to address whom, to address people in position of authority, means boss, right? And individual, right? That merit respect, means when we talk to authority, so we show respect. When we talk to boss, we show respect, such as head teachers, right? HOD, we can say head of the department, then police officers and public who work in the service. In writing, you would use formal register in letters of complaint, official speeches, and essays, right? So that is formal register, means that is formal situation, formal letters, and every formal situation we use formal register, right? Then next is consultative register. Consultative register is, that's the third one, consultative register. The consultative register is usually used when there is an expert novice relationship. Expert novice. Mm, expert is expert and novice is new. So expert novice relationship. That why? Because senior or experienced and new, trainee and trainer, we can say, right? So between two people engaging in conversation such that someone who knows a certain subject and someone who does not. So here good example is trainer, trainer and trainee, trainer and trainee, right? So that's a trainer. Trainer and trainee, right? So this relationship, why? Because trainer knows and trainee does not know. Trainee does not know. So trainer teaches to training. So consultative register involves a tone of respect since the advice is being sought, right? I want to take advice, so the advice is being sought and given. So when advice is either giving or taking, right? And is typically quite formal. And register consultative register is quite formal, right? However, the consultative register can also be informal and include things such as slang depending on the relationship between the two people. Suppose I have to take counseling. So if I went to counselor, right? Counselor. So counselor and patient, or patient, counselor and patient, right? So that is also relationship between counselor and patient. So here I may use some slang, I may use some informal language, right? Now examples of when consultative register can be used are between a doctor and patient. I gave you example counselor and patient, then a teacher and student, then between a boss and an employee. Right? Now next fourth one is that casual register. Casual name suggests that casual register typically refers to informal speech used between people. Informal speech, that is informal speech used between people who know each other very well, right? So that's a informal speech used between people who know each other very well, right? The casual register often contains slangs. Why? Because two friends are talking, right? Then contractions, right? Swear words, right? Then features of speech from local dialects. For example, in Hindi, we usually abe sale, this way, right? Pagal, this way. These are the casual register slangs, terms. Bekoof. This way, when we use the casual register, is what's usually used in everyday language, right? That is called casual register. Now next one is intimate register. Casual register. Then fifth one is intimate register. The intimate register refers to the informal language, because intimacy, it shows intimacy, use when talking to two close friends. That is different from, don't get confused, because here casual means careless. Casual is actually careless language, right? Careless language where you don't take much care, so that is careless language, casual, right? But in this case here, intimate register is, that's a intimacy, when you show your intimacy. Intimacy is refers to informal language use talking to close friends, right? So that is to close friends, family members, right? Or romantic partners. So that's the intimacy. Then intimate register is frequently used in private and can be, that is used frequently used in private, right? And can be used when discussing personal issues, and that is when we discuss personal issues, sharing secrets, right? And telling inside jokes, or when being flirty, whatever. So that is intimacy. Now identifying register in sociolinguistics, right? Register in sociolinguistics. According to linguists Halliday and Hassan, register can help define discourse, written or spoken language, by adding another level of meaning, right? So what they say, that register can uh, help define discourse is conversation, written or verbal communication, but the conversation, by adding another level of meaning. So that is helpful to know another level of meaning. It is important to recognize register in written or spoken language to respond appropriately, right? Means what the situation and what the conversation. So every situation is expected one kind of conversation, so where we cannot be much formal, and then that's a casual. At home, we, if we behave formally, that is abnormal, but at formal places, if we behave informal, that is out of cutsies. So this is the what they are telling, that the study of register and style is important in sociolinguistics, because it allows us to understand the way that language is used in different social contexts. Means different situation and different contexts are there, then accordingly we behave and we talk. How it is shaped by social and cultural factors, means what the culture, how to sit, how to speak, what to speak, how long, how like louder we can speak, all these factors. By examining register and style, sociolinguists can gain insights into the relationship between language and society. Very important, relationship between language and society. So that is relationship between language and society, including how language is used to convey power, identity and meaning. So that is very important point they are mentioning here, that sociolinguistics, what's a sociolinguistic? We have seen that sociolinguistics means that's a what Hassan says, that register can help to define discourse, right? So it is very helpful to define discourse, right? Right, a written discourse or verbal discourse. And then the study of register and style is important in linguistics because it allows us to understand the way that language is used in different social contexts, right? Now, by examining register and style, sociolinguistics linguists can gain insights into the relationship between language and society, right? Relationship between language and society, right? Now, including how language is used to convey power, identity and meaning. Example, the use of formal language in a professional setting can indicate a speaker's education level, right? So in professional setting indicate a speaker's educational level, means how much qualified he or she is, while the use of casual language in a social settings can reflect a speaker's level of intimacy. If you don't know, two persons are meeting and then they are using, suppose abusing one another, but then that's a friendship, actually intimacy. So that you come to know that how much intimate they are, they are like f- they are with one another, right? So that is intimacy. Their language, casual terms show that how much they are intimate from one another, right? In addition, the study of register and style can also provide a deep understanding of how language use changes over time, as well as how different social groups use language to maintain or challenge their power relationship, right? So that's a how social groups use language to maintain or challenge their power relationship, means society, elite society, they use very much formal relationship, right? So and then again repeating in different situation, different language, and different language is called register. This information can be used in many fields, including education, law, journalism, and communication studies, where language use plays an important role in shaping the way the people think, feel, and act. Right? Very important in shaping the way that people think, feel, and act. Right? Okay. Now, so how can we identify register use in social context? We need to look for contextual clues, right? What the contextual clues means? For example, grammar can tell us how formal or informal a text is, right? Formal text will use standardized grammar, avoid contraction. Like contraction is small form. These are the contraction. So instead of don't, we use do not, right? That is standardized grammar. Then standardize spelling and follow standard layout guidelines. Example, use of paragraphs. I look forward to meeting you tomorrow. Kind regards. Right? So that is formal. Then informal text is less constraints to standardize grammar and spelling and suppose here market, right? So in that in that here, that is example of for example uh, here casual, suppose, so that's a market, right? This way you can use, but that is contraction, and here you cannot use. Why? Because here informal situation, informal text less contains to standardize, they don't bother, and that's why here you can, upper one you cannot use short term, here you can uh, very city, very city for university, right? So this short term business, right? So you can write, for example, business, you just have to make whatever, right? So these kind of spellings you can use, and many use of contractions and abbreviations in can't wait to see yagal, uh, here now can't, right? And yagal, right? So these type of language is used in informal text, right? Now examine word choice. Vocabulary choices can indicate the register of text and how formal or informal the writing is. Look at example below of here. This is the, I'm sorry to hear about your job. Let's meet for a proper catch up soon, right? So that is catch up, proper catch up soon, right? Then sorry to share, sorry to hear that, cuddles and hang out soon, right? These kind of phrases and words if we use, that is something informal, right? Now, did you know what can you interpret about tone of the previous two sentences? How would you change your register when replying to each one if you receive these as messages? So this is something. Examining the punctuations, here punctuation is also important, that can help us identify the register and tone of the text. The tone can tell us whether the text is formal, informal, joyful, optimistic, pessimistic, sad. Have a look at the following sentences and punctuations. Here punctuation, we are going home tomorrow, we are going home tomorrow, dash dash dash, we are going home tomorrow, that's a exclamation, three dots and this dot, and every dot speaks a lot, right? Please take care. All these sentences state that speaker is going home tomorrow. However, the punctuation use can change the tone. Three dots are different, and then exclamation is different. Note how the exclamation mark makes the speaker seem excited to be running home, while the ellipses, three dots are ellipsis is this, that's a suggests the speaker is disappointed to be leaving, and then full stop consider to be neutral. So this way he is explaining in this order, like for example, this is exclamatory, and for exclamatory what he is saying, that is the change the tone, because exclamation, that is makes speakers excited, because he, right, we are going home, so that shows excitement. Then ellipsis, three dots, so these three dots suggest speakers disappointment, so this is disappointment, and then simple dot is neutral, right? So that is there. Now register and style code switching. Register code switching is not just for bilingual people, right? I am Hindi speaker, I am English speaker, sometimes I speak Hindi and I use English some of the words, or vice versa. So code switching is a switching between multiple different languages, dialects and registers depending on social situation the speaker is in, right? Now, although we usually talk about code switching in terms of switching language, languages utilizing different registers in communication is also considered code switching, right? For example, a teenager at school may talk to their friends and classmates using a casual register. That code switching to formal or formal take care or consultative register when talking to their teacher, right? Formal, that register is casual, using a casual register. Then code switching to formal or consultative. Formal or consultative when take any consultation, or formal, and from casual is casual, right? So that is there. Now style. Register and style. What is style? Second topic is style, right? So I am making another video on style, but that is something we have learned together. What's the register? So register is the particular, I'm telling you, the register is the language used for particular domain. So for that, but specific language, specific jargons are used, right? And then punctuation, each and every punctuation, even dot speaks a lot, and that is we have learned here. And then we have discussed different kinds of register, right? So we just see at a glance what kind of register we have seen. Now frozen, first type is frozen, right? Here we can see the frozen, formal, consultative, casual and intimate. These are the 5 types of frozen, formal, wait a minute, frozen, formal, consultative, casual and intimate, right? These are the main types of 5 main types of linguistic register. Frozen, which is not going to be changed, because everything will be spoken with a particular tone, common sentences, this way. So that is frozen. That formal, for formal letters and all, as name suggested. Consultative, advice, when we take advice or training or something. That is casual, is casual. Intimate, which shows intimacy, right? So these are, here we have discussed. Now I'm making another video on style. Thank you. God bless you. My number again I'm giving, you can contact me. Leave your message in WhatsApp 942534951. Right, here you can leave your number, right? Thank you so much. Leave your question. Thank you so much. God bless you.